Oh yeah, Chucky Season 2 Episode 2 is finally here, but left us with more questions than answers, right? Also, the trailer for the new and upcoming horror movie Megan is finally here, but is she beefing with Chucky? What? Boy? If you would like to know my thoughts and opinions, then keep on watching. Alright you guys, so in today's video we got a whole bunch of things to talk about. We have a lot of things to unpack. So we're going to be talking about the new and upcoming horror movie Megan, and obviously Chucky Season 2 Episode 2 is finally here. But before I do that, I want to show you two cute little toys that I bought when I went to the Halloween store. So I did go back to this Halloween store by the name of Halloween Land, and I have them right here, and I have to say these two little guys are freaking cute. When I first saw these, I knew that I wanted to get them, and I did. So we have Chucky here, and then we have Beetlejuice. They did have a Michael Myers and they had a Freddy Krueger, and I should have bought them, but I had bought a bunch of different things, and I really wasn't going to buy any toys. I wasn't going to specifically buy these, but these two really convinced me because I love Beetlejuice, and obviously I had to have the Chucky one. Sadly, when I went back, I recently just went back yesterday, they didn't have the Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers. I was a bit disappointed, but it was okay. These are the Revo's Revolution vinyls. We have the Chucky one here. It's really small, but I really like the packaging of this one. And then of course we have the Beetlejuice, and I just really like these little guys. I have seen these online, but I didn't know they had so many different characters. And I know back here they have Pennywise, and they have obviously the Freddy Krueger. I really like how this Pennywise looks, and I have to get my hands on the Pennywise, so I'm gonna probably look on eBay or Mercari or anywhere else for that Pennywise one, because yeah, these are really cute and really nice for the collection. I'm pretty sure a lot of you Chucky fans probably already have this one. So it spins, it rocks, and it wobbles, which is what I really like. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys about two more cool things to add to my collection. And I would just like to know who else has these two, or is anybody else familiar with these cute little guys. Alright guys, moving right along to the new and upcoming horror movie Megan. I have to say my thoughts and opinions on this trailer. The first trailer for the movie Megan came out, and I have to say I am so freaking hyped up for this movie. When I first saw the trailer, my jaw dropped. I had so much fun watching this trailer. I literally watched it over and over again because it's such a good trailer. It gives you enough of storyline to tell you what the movie's going to be about, but not only that, it is a movie about a doll. Who would have thought that we were gonna have another doll movie? And I like the fact that this movie was written by James Wan, one of my favorite directors, producers, writers. I absolutely love James Wan, and I love what he has done for the horror community. He's the one that brought us Insidious, The Conjuring. I mean, you name it. He's brought a bunch of horror movies back into the horror community, because the horror community was going downhill before he came along, and I stand behind that statement loud and clear. And we all know James Wan likes to make movies about dolls, like Dead Silence, another one of my favorite horror movies that has to do with dolls. And now we have Megan, and I have to say once again, this trailer looks freaking awesome. It kind of was giving me a little bit of Dolly Dearest, except that this movie, the doll is gonna be a lot bigger, a lot taller, and the AI in this is just crazy. Because if this movie would have came out 10 years ago, it wouldn't have been believable, like okay, that would never happen. But now with the type of technology we have and the type of robots that different companies are coming out with, this is very much a possibility of a doll, life-size doll this tall, to act like a human, talk like a human, think like a human. And it's just, I don't know, I really like this. It's kind of reminded me of that other movie, I think it's called Ex Machina. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie. It's a really good movie. It's kind of long, but it's a really good movie. It kind of reminds me of that, like a little bit of that with Dolly Dearest, and of course the iconic Chucky. So I really cannot wait to see this movie. I really cannot wait. January 13th, which we all know that all the bad horror movies come out in January, but this movie does not look bad, and of course James Wan is right behind it. So I really have my hopes high up for this movie, and who knows, they might be making dolls out of this Megan movie. I wouldn't be surprised if Trick or Treat Studios is right behind this, because we all know Trick or Treat Studios are like the gods of creating life-size dolls from every horror movie that has dolls in their movies, and I'm here for it. So I really cannot wait for Megan to come out, which is January 13. I'm pumped and I'm ready. All right, and moving on to Chucky season 2, episode 2. Whoa. So this one, we have the episode The Sinners Are Much More Fun, and I have to say the start of this left me wondering and left me with a lot of questions, unanswered questions. So we have Tiffany waking up in a bloody bed, and then we saw the head of Tiffany. My question is, how did that head of Tiffany end up in that bed? And is it the same head that Andy shot in episode 1? Because if that's the case, I don't know, how did that head end up in the bed in the first place? Was it one of the Chucky little minions that went inside the house and just put the head there? But why would you do that when you could have just killed Tiffany right there, or Jennifer Tilly? I don't know. It was good, but it was very confusing. But then of course we have Tiffany going into the next room where Nika was sleeping. So this is the first time we get to see Nika in this episode. And of course she is decapitated. She doesn't have her arms and she doesn't have her legs. So it wasn't a bad dream. It wasn't something that we thought was probably going to be fake. It's actually real. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy that it's real, that it's not a fake dream or a nightmare, because the good people always get away with everything. When can the bad guys have some fun in horror movies or TV shows? So yeah, we saw that Tiffany goes into the next room pretty much to feed Nika and just have a conversation with her, but most importantly, have a conversation with Chucky, because we get to see a new ritual or something different is happening here, because we saw Tiffany, she had to cut her hand, and when I saw that, I'm like, damn, did she really have to like scraped her whole hand just to have blood come out? Couldn't she just poked it a little bit and there you go? So that's something different. That is definitely something new that we've never seen. So something is happening here. Something is unveiling right before our eyes, because if you guys think about it, I think Tiffany also knows how to do the voodoo spell where she could transfer her soul into different bodies, because we did see Andy kill off the Tiffany doll, and that's pretty much not going to be the end of that Tiffany doll. So we're going to have a bunch of different Tiffany dolls running around possessed by Tiffany, which is again confusing, but I feel like Tiffany also knows something. I feel like Tiffany also knows how to do some type of voodoo spell where she can do that. And now with the hand where she has to show some type of blood for Nika to kind of get into that state of mind, or kind of bring Chucky out, because Chucky lives in her. And because Chucky does live in her, they both have conversations within each other. Again, that's kind of weird, but they do have conversations within each other, and they're trying to work together to try to get rid of Tiffany. So that right there already brings up a different plot, a different storyline, something they're gonna do something big with that little storyline. Chucky working with Nika to pretty much try to kill Tiffany. But it ain't gonna be easy, my friend. I can tell you that much. And then of course we see the trio going into the Catholic school, and this is where we get introduced to new characters, like that girl named Dean. I think every time they introduce us to new characters, they're either going to survive this season or they're going to die at the end of this season, because they're not gonna be able to kill the main characters. So we have to get introduced to new characters to later on kill them, so we won't feel too bad that they died. One of the things that I found really funny is Chucky taking pictures, but not only Chucky taking pictures of his victims, Chucky taking selfies. I don't know, something about that was just kind of funny. It wasn't weird, but it was funny. Like, I've never thought that I would ever see the moment or the day would come where you would see Chucky taking selfies. And I'm talking in perspective, and I'm looking at from the point of view from like the 80s, that type of Chucky, that type of crazy psycho demonic Chucky doll. Can you imagine that time, Chucky taking selfies versus now? Like, that's why it was kind of funny to me, because I never thought I would ever see an episode where Chucky's taking selfies. Not only selfies, but throwing up the peace sign. Like, what? It was funny though. It was fun. I liked it. And then of course we saw the scene where Chucky was fighting Jake and Devin in the bathroom, and this is where they got to see the pictures. This is where they got to see Chucky taking pictures of different things, which is kind of like, I want to know, what did Jake see in that phone where he's so like, I know what's going on. I know what Chucky is trying to do, and pretty much is where we left off at. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to see what they're going to show us or reveal us about Chucky's phone. What did Jake see in Chucky's phone is really what I want to know too. But then of course we get to see the infamous, the most iconic characters that a lot of people have been waiting for, which is Glenn and Glenda. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally get to see Glenn and Glenda, but we didn't get to see much of them. But I'm pretty sure in episode 3 we are going to see a little bit more. I really hope so. One of the things that I want to know is, does Glenn and Glenda know about their dad, Chucky? Do they know the history? Do they know who their dad is? Because that is one of the questions that I've always pretty much had. And the only reason why I'm asking is because in Seed of Chucky, remember when it was their birthday party, Glenn received a gift, and when he opened up that gift, it was the hand of Chucky. And when he opened that hand of Chucky, Glenn turned around and was like heavy breathing, and then that's when Chucky's hand came out and was choking him. So obviously there's something that we don't know, obviously something that needs to be explained from that timeline. Do they know who their father is, or do they even know that their father is Chucky, or is this something that Tiffany's going to be hiding from them to protect them? You know how those type of storylines get very cliche, like, oh, I didn't want to tell you who your father was because I wanted to protect you. So I hope that's not the case here. But I'm pretty sure they must know something, because they did walk in on their mom cleaning the blood of the detective. Yet once again, Tiffany killing people the old school way, how she used to do it back in Bride of Chucky, which is slicing people's necks. We saw that in, what was it, Cult of Chucky? What's up with Tiffany killing all these cops and all these detectives by slicing up their throats? Hey, by all means. So yeah, I don't know, you guys. I'm really all in for this episode. I really liked the episode. I really liked the logo, the intro of this episode. It was just, everything was really, really good. Everything so far really, really good. I am enjoying this season. I did enjoy this episode. I think I enjoyed this episode a lot more than episode 1. But episode 1 was really, really good as well. But alright, you guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. I would like to know your thoughts and your opinions on everything that we just talked about here. What do we think about the new and upcoming horror movie, Megan? Also, let me know your thoughts and your opinions on this season. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Or what are some of the questions you might have? I would like to know your thoughts and your opinions on that. So if you have any thoughts, if you have any questions, let me know, because I would love to know what you guys think. And as always, if you guys like this video, please give this video a huge thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Edgar-O, and I'm obsessed with horror, but most importantly, I am obsessed with Chucky, in case you haven't noticed. If that sounds like you, stick around, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell to get notified for every single time I upload. But alright, you guys, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.